What's up, everyone? This is Chris M. Walker, and welcome to the As of Yet Unnamed podcast. I haven't figured out what I'm going to call this just yet. I'm still workshopping that. I actually asked ChatGPT for 50 suggestions, and I gave it a bunch of parameters, and they all sucked. So I'm still working on that, but I figured, I'm an entrepreneur. Let me just start doing something and figure it out later. So the goal of this is going to be really quick, digestible content, probably no more than 20 minutes in length and usually much shorter than that, where I cover some things related to business, entrepreneurship, tech, startups, building businesses, and so on. If you don't know me, my name is Chris M. Walker. I'm the founder of Legiit.com, which launched in 2018. I started that with absolutely no startup capital. I funded it strictly by selling small SEO services on a marketplace and partnering with a developer. And it's grown to a multinational brand that's used throughout the SEO industry in particular, but internet marketing and business in general. And it's an 8-figure business that sells literally no products. It just has services and software and things built into the platform. And then I also founded in 2013 or 2016, depending on how you look at it. I started doing it in 2013. I made it legal in 2016. Superstar SEO, which is my SEO consulting agency where we sell services, training, software, and work with clients. So that's kind of my background. And I wanted to start this because I wanted to be able to share some of the things that I've learned in doing that and in going through that process, and some of the mistakes I've made and that sort of thing. And I could do that on YouTube, and I probably will upload these to YouTube as well. But I thought that a podcast might be the right format for it because things like TikTok and shorts and reels aren't really ideal. But also I don't want to do like a well formatted long form video type of show. So that's what got us here, basically, is why I want to do this. And I hope you'll enjoy it. I'm going to make these whether anybody watches these or listens to them or not. I'm just going to do that because I want the information to be out there. I want it to be beneficial. I don't intend to sell anything in these, but I will talk about my businesses. So, that's that. And, who knows how long I'll stick with it, how frequent they'll be uploaded or anything like that. But I think I have a lot to offer, and I think this is a great medium to offer it in. And it's the one form of content that I'm not currently doing or wasn't currently doing until now. So that's that. So that's kind of the background and what got us here. I'm going to go ahead and continue on in this episode onto the topic that I wanted to talk about, but I may splice this into 2 parts. So yeah. So today's topic for episode 1 is probably the thing that gets brushed over the most in business, particularly in online business, but also in just in business in general. And it's something that new people don't spend near enough time talking about, and that is the product or the offer or the service that they provide. This is particularly true of service-based businesses, and that's kind of where a lot of my background is from, but the way that you have framed it and presented it sucks. That's usually the problem. I get asked by freelancers on Legiit all the time, how do I make more sales? How do I rank in the algorithm so I can start getting some orders on Legiit? And the answer is usually you can't. It's not because there's no algorithm for them to rank in or anything like that. It's because their service sucks, and the people that are seeing it don't want it. So, and that's going to be true regardless. You can send a lot of traffic to a crappy offer and it's still not going to sell, or at least it isn't going to sell that well, and it's never going to sell consistently. So you have to consider the product, the service, or the offer and make that as good as possible before you're ever going to get any sales. And then the upside to that is once you get that dialed in, you don't have to sell or market nearly as hard because people will keep buying it and they'll keep telling their colleagues, friends, family, whatever it is, to buy more of it. But you can't brush past that. And even if you offer, like, what you can do is really good, like maybe you're really good at SEO, or maybe you're really good at Facebook ads or digital marketing or something outside of that realm, but you haven't packaged it in a way that people find appealing, then it's not going to work. So I'm going to use Legiit as an example here, but there's lots of other places or lots of other things you could do. But there are a couple of freelancers on the site that do very well. There's one user's name is Brady Bear. Her real name is Neha. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And then there's a married couple named Jay Lucy, and their names are Jay and Lucy, and that's their username as well. And they both sell primarily backlinking services, but what they've done is come up, and they do good work. I believe both of them have Legiit checked services. If I'm wrong, I apologize. I know at least Brady Bear does, but they have a history of success. And what they offer is backlink services, but they package them in clever ways that make them more appealing and make them be able to write copy and design pages that will entice people to buy them. So somebody else may be offering the exact same thing, but they're just listing it out as a backlink service. But what they have, for example, Brady Bear has Uprank Armor, which is a pretty elaborate backlinking service that she has these really cool infographics designed to help sell. It's positioned in a way that customers will see that and want to buy it because it can help them with their ranking. It's not just a matter of doing something good. It's a matter of having a good offer. I think the key thing to understand here is the difference between a product or service and an offer. An offer is the way you package the product or service that you sell. So if you have a backlink service like this, you package it as Uprank Armor. I have services like that on Legiit as well. I have a backlinking service called the Superstar Rank. The real reason it's sold well is because it gets results for people, but also it's packaged in a way that makes people understand it. So, and want to buy it. So it's basically just some PBN links and some other types of supporting links. But what I've positioned it as is a way to unstuck your stuck rankings. And I built that into the copy, into the title, and into the offer. So I have an offer that people want. And instead of it being just, I will do X, Y, and Z, like the $5 marketplace makes people do, in my opinion, on advice of counsel, I say it that way. But the thing that's made it work is because it's positioned as more than just another service. And I think that's what a lot of people miss in general. I use Legiit as an example because it's easy for frankly, a lot of people, if anybody is listening to this in the beginning, it's going to be people from there. That's secondary instead of primary. And it's where a lot of people want to focus when things aren't working, when in reality, the problem is their product or service. One final thought on this is that I made a post yesterday that showed that I've spent over $350,000 on Legiit, and I've sold over $2.5 million. And it's because I believe that much in my product, which is Legiit itself, that I use it both as a customer and as a freelancer. And if you have a product or service and you don't use it yourself, or you don't use it, people around you don't use it, then that's a good place to start in analyzing whether you've built something and are offering something that's good and worthy of sales or not. So I think that's going to do it for this one. I had said I was going to keep these short, and I intend to make good on that. I hope you like this. Share it on whatever platform you're watching this. Do whatever it is to encourage it, whether it's liking, hearting, sharing, commenting, whatever. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your feedback. And if you have any questions, leave those in whatever comment section you watch this on as well. So thanks a lot, everyone. I appreciate it, and have a great night.